Okay, good morning everyone. Let's formally start this activity with a prayer. Please all stand.
Let us pray. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for all the blessings, also for the gift of bringing us together today. We ask for your divine understanding, wisdom, and guidance as we begin this procurement activity. Help us to listen with open hearts and minds, bless our discussions, and grant us the discernment to achieve what is best for all, and may our work honor you. Forgive us our sins. This we ask in the name of Jesus our Lord. Amen. In the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, good morning everyone again. We have two activity this morning, the pre-bid conference for civil works and opening of bids for goods. And today is March 24, 2026. So we will conduct first the pre-bid conference. So Baksek, please acknowledge there is quorum.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. As scheduled for today, we will have a pre-bid conference for civil works projects, and after this, we will proceed for the opening of bids for goods. We have also a deliberation for bid evaluation. Let's proceed by acknowledging the presence of the Bids and Hours Committee, our chairperson, Engineer Leo Alex Mabanglo, with the vice chairperson and presider for this activity, Engineer Cherwin Nazareno, together with the members, Engineer Warlito Linjo, Engineer Glenn Dairit. We are now in quorum, Mr. Chair.
With the presence of the Bids and Awards Committee, this meeting is called to order. Please also acknowledge the presence of everybody in here.
Also, we acknowledge the head procurement staff, Engineer Grace Joy Racho, the back secretariat members and staff, the technical working group members headed by Engineer Stephanie Membreve, likewise for the planning and design presenters and others concerned for this activity. We invited a resident auditor, Mr. Jufil Yap. Also, we have sent invitation through email to the following observers. We have also to confirm that this invitation was sent on March 16, 2026 to Attorney Eugene Alfaraz of Crimes and Corruption Watch International Incorporated through Mr. Ray Rico Studio, Certified Public Procurement Specialist, copy furnished to Mr. Carlo Batalha, Chairman, President of Crimes and Corruption Watch International Incorporated. Also, Engineer Michael Salarda, President of Davao del Norte Combal Constructors Association Incorporated. For the online viewers, including prospective bidders and observers watching us right now via live streaming on our official YouTube channel, DPWH Davao del Norte DEO Procurement LS. Just click subscribe. Once again, good day and good morning. Please stay with us.
Okay, thank you. We have the agenda. One, the brief presentation, explanation by the back of the following, the basic contract data, the requirements of bidding documents, documents to be submitted by the bidders as specified in section 54.2 of the IRR of RA 12009, which is the technical proposal, the financial proposal, and the criteria and procedure of eligibility check. And number 2 is the question comments from the bidders. And number 3 is the other matters. Number 3.1 is the interim guidelines upon lifting the suspension of procurement activities for locally funded civil works project as referred to the memorandum dated September 16 of 2025. Number 1 is the live streaming and bidding activities, section 38.2 of the RRR of RA 12009, and geotagging of project sites, DO 85 series of 2020. Preparation of straight line diagram, DO 246 series of 2024. The NFCC or the net financial contracting capacity, section 54.4 or 0.1.4 IRR of RA 12009. And the bidder's responsibilities, the Department Order number 28 series of 2024, dated February 26, 2024. Subject is the three-strike policy of infrastructure, goods, and consulting services. 4 is the occupational safety and health program in the instruction to bidders. Department Order Number 241, Series of 2024, subject guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system of construction safety and health program for DPWH infrastructure project. Department Order Number 171, Series of 2025, dated August 30 of 2025, subject guidelines on the use of DPWH performance evaluation system for contractors, consultants, and suppliers. 7 is the directive to require submission of GIS or the General Information Sheet reflecting the beneficial information. Memorandum dated February 24 of 2026. Clarification on the implementation of BOI disclosure requirements under the memo dated November 19, 2025, and the summary of proceedings. And also, we will like to emphasize the DO 161. The subject is the guidelines for bids and awards committee or the BAC composition reconstitution in the central, regional, and district engineering offices. Under the timelines and effectivity, number 3, current BAC members shall continue to function in a holdover capacity under the new BAC is officially designated. And it can be seen also in the Republic Act 12009 on Section 41.2.6. Upon expiration of the terms of the current BAC members, they shall continue to exercise their functions until new BAC members are designated. Okay, we have personnel from the planning to discuss the basic contract data.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. In behalf of the designer, Engineer Dave Agbon, I am Kevin Bahala to present this project. 26 LC 0011, Junction Tagum City Bypass Road, San Agustin-New Bohol, New Corella, leading to Matin-ao Inland Resort and New Corella, Station 1+091 to Station 1+189, Davao del Norte. Length po is 98 linear meter, then ang contract duration is 47. Total width of road is 6.7, and a shoulder width is 1.5, then a thickness of pavement is 230. Summary of quantities po. Sa Part B, other general requirements, construction survey and staking, project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization and demolition, Part C, earthworks, unsuitable excavation, structure excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway excavation, structure excavation, common soil, embankment from barrow, common soil, subgrade preparation. Part D, sub-base and base course, aggregate sub-course. Part E, surface courses, gravel surface course, PCCP pavement, unreinforced, 0.23 mm thick, 14 days. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures, grouted riprap, Class A. Part H, miscellaneous structures, metal guardrail, metal beam including post, single W beam, metal beam and piece, bull nose, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white. Location map po. Then the cross-section po. The geotag photos po. The certification po. I think that's all po. Thank you.
Thank you. Baksek, any correction or need to be discussed from the previous from the pre-procurement activity?
None, Mr. Chair.
Okay, for the implementing office? None? Okay. Thank you. How about this? We will check from now on the major category of works. So, walay problema ni Han? Paretong sa bridge ba? Okay. Any other queries from the back members? Okay, hearing none. Okay, let's continue to second project.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
For contract ID 26LC0020, construction of multipurpose building, gymnasium at Barangay Santo Niño, Talaingod, Davao del Norte. The coordinates is 125.619134 and 7.626008 with an ABC of 9,405,000. Contract duration 150 calendar days under FY 2026 GAA. This is our perspective for our gym. Next, for the site development plan, we have existing MPB at the shaded part and also existing CR. And diha na to ibutang atong proposed gym with stage. So this is the typical covered court with gusset plate design. So ang ato ang gamit is channel bar na siya. Sa ato ang main frame, then we have gusset plates to connect the web members. Next. This is our plan. So you can see at the left side, we have the stage and also we have 30 by 16 na covered court. Next, for the proof of ownership, they have provided a survey plan. Next. For the DO1 series of 2026, we have Annex A and Annex B. And for the geotag photos, so these are the existing MPB, which is to be removed. Then also at the right side, also the CR will be removed. Yan. Yan. For the summary of quantities, we have for the part A, we have facilities for engineer. Provision for furnitures, equipment, for the field office, for the engineer, and field office and living quarters building for the engineer. Sa remarks, pakita ninyo, mauna siya ang ato ang equipments para sa ato ang engineer. Then, part B is the other general requirements, which is permits and clearances, project billboard and signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization and demobilization. Next. For the part C, for the earthwork, we have seedlings and saplings for other programs, initiatives. This will namatay cutting of trees. So we have also seedlings and saplings to replace the trees to be cut. Also we have removal of structures of obstruction, a structure of excavation, common soil, embankment of roadway and structure excavation, common soil, embankment from barrow, common soil, and gravel field. For the part D, reinforced concrete, we have structural concrete class A, 4,000 PSI, and class B, 3,000 PSI. The reinforcing steel, grade 40 and grade 60, and also formworks. For the part E, we have CHB non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel, which is 150 mm ang thickness. For the finishing works, we have ceiling, 4.5 millimeter fiber cement on metal frame, tile works, which is glazed tiles and unglazed tiles, and also cement plaster finish. For the painting works, we have painting works for masonry, concrete, wood, and steel. And for the framing, roof framing, and roofing works, we have fabricated metal roofing accessories, which is ridge rolls, flashing, gutters, and pre-painted metal sheets. We have corrugated long span. And metal structures also for the steel fascia and metal structure accessories in which is bolts and rods, turnbuckle, sag rods, cross bracing, steel plates, and for the structural steel we have truss and purlins. Then for fabricated materials, we have finishing hardwares, aluminum glass windows, sliding type and owning type, frames, the door jambs, and also doors, which is wood panel. For the plumbing and sanitary work, we have septic vault, catch basin, sewer line works, storm drainage and downspout, cold water lines, and plumbing fixtures. And for part F, electrical works, you have conduit boxes and fittings, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, lighting fixtures. Then for the mechanical work, we have water tank, which is stainless. So that's the summary of quantities for this project.
Okay, thank you. Baksek, any matters for discussion?
All changes and corrections are already incorporated.
Okay, and for the implementing office?
None, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Baksek, any members, any queries or discussion? Question? Okay, hearing none, let's proceed to the number 3 project. Ay, okay, sorry for... So, okay ang major category of works? Okay, sige, next project.
Okay, for the next project, again, I'm the presenter for the 26LZ0021, construction of multipurpose building, Gymnasium, Barangay San Jose, New Corella, Davao del Norte, with the coordinates of 125.854603, 7.575390, which have an ABC of 14,850,000 with a contract duration of 180 calendar days under FY 2026 GAA. Okay, this is our perspective. This project is a gymnasium with bleacher and also with stage. This is our site development plan. The shaded blue part there is the proposed gym with stage and bleacher. So you can see, rolling terrain siya. Padulong sa kung tanaw ta sa screen is padulong sa taas. Then this is the existing buildings, the IP building, the existing old na stage. This is for removal, existing na covered court built by province. Also, the existing MPB wooden structure na siya for removal na siya. Next. Again, this is our with the contour na siya. So our kanang gibutang ang nakabutang dira nga old gym mo na tong wooden na structure nga for removal. And as you can see, this is our, muna ni ang bagong layout sa building. Wala lang na ako na kung ano, pero baliktad siya. Ang atong stage is diri na siya sa ubos. Kung tanaw mo sa screen, dapat i-rotate na siya. So wala lang na ako siya na-rotate. Pero ang final na kuan is, ang stage is diri na sa ubos na portion. Then we have line canal. Then kilid sa line canal is the retaining wall. Natin retaining wall diha. Then also we have a slope protection on that. Kung tanaw mo sa screen na diri sa taas sa may IP building na diha slope protection pod kay mubo ang elevation diha. Next. Again, so mo ni siya. Mo ni ang possible forma dito. Inani siya. So nabaliktad na siya no. Ang atong stage is na diri sa ubos. And ang atong covered court is with bleacher is diha na siya nga portion sa taas. Then kanang green is the proposed concrete slope protection. Also kaning white is the proposed retaining wall. Kilid lang siya sa line canal. Next po. So this is our plan. Ano siya? Also typical covered court with gusset plates na. Yan, next. So this is the elevation. So muna akong pasabot na kung concrete slope protection dito sa may IP building na portion which is sa bahada nga portion na siya. Sa ubos na portion. So na siya concrete slope protection. And next. Resting ang sir, yung slope protection. Sir, na dili na siya kuan sir. Taas na siya nga taas na siya nga column hantod sa NGL nga original. Wala lang na reflect. Dili na siya mao sir. Wala siya nag-rest sa Oo. Balik lang god sir. Balik tagamay sir. Sige pa. So ang pasabot din ni Sir Tito is dito sir, balik. Ana. So there. Okay, mo to sir ang explanation sir. Wala sir, wala ko nabutang sir. Wala na reflex. Feel sir, feel. Okay sir. Wala lang na-present sir. Sorry sir. Next. Sige sir. Yan. So for the design for a reinforced concrete retaining wall, so muna siya ang atong retaining wall na kanang sa may tunga. Then tapad niya is the line canal. So the purpose of this retaining wall is to solely retain the soil na dito sa taas. Kay mag-excavate man gud ta diri nga portion sa may atoang project site. Then kanang mga curb lines dira. So muna ang ato ang muna ang contour lines dito sa actual site. Next. For the proof of ownership. So kaning yes sir. Then existing na siyang naa-diri sa right side ka ng green. Okay, next. So the proof of ownership, we are able to secure the mother lot title pa niya siya. Pero nakapangalan niya siya sa sir, private pa. But as I go on kanang pag gi-contact na ako si Kapitan dito. Naingon si Kapitan is naa daw ni siya deed of sale. Nag-request na ako sa iya sir pero wa pa siya naka-provide. But i-assure niya nga mag-provide siya nga i-provide niya tong deed of sale. Sa kaning titulo. Next.
Section 8.1.1, in case of projects with pending acquisition of right-of-way, site, or location, the procurement process may commence, but no award of contract shall be made until an authority or permit to enter is issued by the property owner or an authorized deed of sale or deed of donation is executed in favor of the government, or a writ of possession is issued by a court of competent jurisdiction as the case may be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As per Kapitan, sir, nakastorya na ko is on process pa daw ang pag-transfer sa ilahang pangalan dito sa barangay. Pero nasa deed of sale daw. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, okay, sir. Okay, next. So, as per DO1 series of 2026, we have Annex A and Annex B. Next. So, this is our geotag photo. Kaning green nga building diri mo na nga tong i-remove mo nang ilisda nato sa katong project nato nga gym. Demolition permit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Included siya.
Reminder lang na dapat katong kuan kana i-black and white na to. So sige ra tag kuan ni kapitan, atoy ipakita nga sige tag follow up ni kapitan. Ambot kung i-honor mo ng cellphone niya screenshot. So may nang naipapil nga nagsulat ta ka kapitan na para ani kaning permit o kaning demolition permit o katong ganina nga about sa ihang proof of ownership. Oh. So dapat naipapil. Tapos also mindful sa atong presentation nga ma-reflect na to tanan. Sige. So sulat jud palihog.
Okay, sir. Noted, sir. Then, this is the kaning old na stage nila. Ma-appeal po na siya sa removal. Next. Yan, kana po. Kanang murag black nga kuan diha structure, ma-appeal po na siya. Dili na mao, sir. Next. So, as you can see in the picture, paubos na siya diha nga portion. So, dako po nagmatambak dira nga side. Next. Okay, for the summary of quantities, we have Part A, facilities for engineer. Okay, equipments for the field office for the engineer, construction of living quarters building for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements, permits and clearances, project billboard and signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization and demobilization. For Part C, earthworks, we have removal of structures and structure excavation for common soil, embankment from roadway, structure excavation, common soil, and embankment from barrow, which is common soil also. And we have also gravel fill. Then for the Part D, reinforced concrete is we have structural concrete, Class A 4,000 PSI and Class B 3,000 PSI. Reinforcing steel, grade 40 and grade 60, and also formworks and false works. For Part E, which is the finishing, sanitary, and other civil works, we have CHB non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel, 150 mm, ceiling, fiber cement board on metal frame, glazed tiles, unglazed tiles, cement plaster finish, railings, painting works for masonry, concrete, wood, and steel. Also for the fabricated material roofing accessory, we have ridge rolls, flashing, and gutters. And for pre-painted metal sheets, we have corrugated long span. And also for metal structures, natay basketball rings and steel fascia. Then metal structure accessories, bolts and rods, turnbuckles, sag rods, cross bracing, steel plates. And for the structural steel, we have trusses and purlins. Also, we have finishing hardwares, aluminum glass windows, sliding and awning type. For the door jambs, we have frames, and also doors is wood panel, and we have concrete canal, septic bolt, catch basin, sewer line works, storm drainage and downspout, cold water lines, and plumbing fixtures. For the electrical works, we have conduit boxes and fittings, wires and wiring devices, panel boards with main, branch, and breakers, lighting fixtures, LCD and LED monitor, which is the electronic basketball scoreboard, and public address system. Kuha na siya, kanang, tawag na, speaker kanang naay, sound system. Sound system na siya, kanang public address system. Next. Sir? Yes, sir. Ano, sir, sound system, speaker, included ang speaker, the mic, the mixers, and next. Pwede, sir. Pwede na ito na i-kuhan. Okay, next. Also, we have concrete slope protection sa kilid na portion na siya. So that's the summary of quantities for 26LZ0021.
Okay, thank you. Baksek. Wala. Okay, for the implementing office.
None, Mr. Chair.
Chair.
Okay, thank you. How about the major category of works? Okay na ni?
Hello.
Okay. Query from the
Chair.
back member.
Pakibalik, Sir Henry, itong
Yes,
location gani sa Tukuran.
Sige, sir. Ano yun, sir?
Itong detalye na katong
Kana, sir?
yes.
Next pa daw, sir.
Kana no. Asa gani ang na-demolish no sa Tukuran bago ta makatukod?
Kanang green, sir. Kanang
Kana
color green.
i-demolish na siya.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Total demolish.
Naatay appeal sa atong programa ang pag-demolish.
Sa program, sir, ang costing sa pag-demolish, appeal na siya,
Appeal.
sir. Yes, sir.
Pero kinsay mo lihok sa permit demolition permit?
Si Kwan, sir.
Okay.
Si Barangay.
Naa ang crucial diha kay kung mag-effect na ang project, part siya sa demolition ang trabaho sa ang demolition part sa atoa, pero wala pa maayos ang demolition permit, maari mag-suspend na yun eh.
Sir.
Kay supposed to be sa karon nga wala pa dapat na ayuso na siya kay part man ka ang pagguba sa number of calendar days, pero ang pagpalakaw sa demolition permit is dili part sa atoa, then pag effect sa project suspend din eh.
Magana, sir.
Di
Kaya
kilabot.
wala mo na mo gilabot ang processing.
May I?
Yes, sir.
About demolition permit, nagpadagan na ta last week sa mga permit for demolition nga maigo. So, naka-receive na sila, sir, og letter as per, kuhan man to, the other week pa, nakalimutan ko lang yung date. Isa na nga atong na kwanderi, nga maghimo og letter ang planning to be distributed to those barangay nga maigo sa demolition permit. So, nakahatag na mi, sir, last week na gitagi-tagi na namo tanan nga barangay katong naay kuan. So far karon to be follow up na lang namo.
Yes sir. Dili lang siguro maghatag ng letter, pero ang usual magud nga hitabo didto na malihok pag naa ng implementing unit or nag-implement na ta. So ang follow up na nako karon is to trabahoon siya nga wala pang implementation.
Yes, sir. That is one of the patakaran gani, sir, nga naghatag tag letter. Then next, agtuhon na pod namo to be verify kay ang demolition permit man good is one nga mag-prepare is ang recipient. Dili man ta pwede nga kita mag-prepare na. So mo to tong gi-prepare ang permit. Then next na among trabahon sa planning karon to be verify na pod isa-isa kung unsa na ang come up nila before pa kung pwede paningkamutan sa planning before pa ang implementation, ma-ready na tanan. Wala to, sir, kay isa kabalo man mi, sir, nga isa jud ni siya nga makahampir sa atoang preparation sa construction. Mao naman gud na sabutan daan, sir, as per kuan pod kay congressman, isa pod na sa iyang ginakuan sa MUA. Nya to be follow up pod daw together sa iyang mga staff dito sa meeting namo po dito.
Okay, siguro. Okay, thank you. In addition siguro, last week naman to, follow-upon, tapos kung wala, letter na pod. Follow-up letter na pod. Di ba? First letter man to. Doon na to, kung follow-upon, kung wag yapon. So, abutan no next week siguro, magpapil na pod ta. Ha? Sige. Okay, next project.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Chair. For the contract ID 26LC0025, rehabilitation of Niño Building, Barangay Buclad, Asuncion, Davao del Norte, an ABC of 4,950,000, and contract duration of 90 calendar days under FY 2026 GAA. So this is the location map of the site, approximately 15 to 17 kilometers away from the DPWH office. And these are the geotag photos. So this is for the exterior of the existing building. And this is the interior. So we can see there are damages on the ceiling due to the leaking of the roof, which is one of the major repairs for this project. And the site validation sheet. And this is the site development map, site development plan, where we can see that the site is strategically near the road, so accessibility is and this is the perspective for the building. And for the floor plan, so the floor area with 16 by 14 meters. And for so upon validation pa di ay, it was verified that there are no existing columns. So for this project, we have included additional columns on the rear side of the building that is colored from the floor plan, kanang color red. And this is the truss detail. This is also truss detail for roof truss 2. So this is the minimum equipment requirement for this project. Next. And these are the included pay items. So part B, we have other general requirements, including permits, project billboard or signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization and demobilization. We also have items for the signages, specifically the agency name. Part C, we have earthworks, removal of structure and obstruction for the existing roofing and its frame, including a ceiling, as well as the rear walls. We also have items for the structural excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway or structural excavation, common soil, gravel fill. For Part D, we have reinforced concrete, structural concrete, Class B, 3,000 PSI for the front extension and ramp. Structural concrete, Class A, 4,000 PSI for our additional rear columns, reinforcing steel bar grade 40 and 60, and formworks and falls works. For Part E, we have finishing sanitary and other civil works, masonry works, 100 mm and 150 mm, ceiling, pre-painted metal panel for the eaves, rib type, wall for the partition between storage and pantry, carpentry and joinery works, PVC ceiling panels on metal frame for the inside ceiling, glaze and unglazed tiles, cement plaster finish, reflective insulation, aluminum cladding for the facade, and railing for the ramp, complete painting works for masonry, wood, and steel, roofing frame and roofing works, such as fabricated metal roofing accessories, ridge, flashing, and gutters, pre-painted metal sheets, corrugated long span, and metal structures, specifically steel fascia for the framing for our flashing and gutter. We also have items for metal structure accessories, bolts and rods, turnbuckles, sagrods, cross bracing, and steel plates, structural steel for our trusses and purlins, as well as cladding frame for the framing for our aluminum cladding, fabricated materials such as finishing hardware, aluminum glass windows sliding, owning and fixed type for the replacement of the existing windows, frames, and doors, flush doors. For the plumbing, we have complete plumbing works, including catch basin, sewer line works, storm drainage and downspout, plumbing fixtures, and cold water lines. Complete electrical works for Part F, including conduit boxes and fittings, wires and wirings devices, panel boards, solar panel with inverter, battery and other devices, and lighting fixtures. For Part G, we have mechanical works for the fire extinguisher. And this is the proof of ownership, which is a certificate of title under the agency, the NIA, which legitimizes the use of the site. That would be all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Backsec, any
None, Mr. Chair.
okay for the implementing office?
None, Mr. Chair.
Okay, back members, any queries? Okay, none. Proceed to last na ba? Last project.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. So, this is my presentation for the contract ID 26LC0029 with a contract name of construction of Public Water Supply System Level 2, Barangay Mesaoy, Corella, Davao del Norte, with an ABC of 44,550,000 and contract duration of 210 calendar days. Source of fund FY 2026 GAA. So this is the perspective. Then next. So for summary of quantity, Part A, provision of furniture, fixtures, equipment, appliance for the field office for the engineer. So as you can see at the right side is the specification of the provided furniture, fixtures for the field office. The next, construction of combined field office living quarter building for the engineer. Part B, permit and clearances. Project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization, demobilization. Part C, clearing and grubbing, structural excavation, gravel fill, site development, perimeter fence, removal of actual structure obstruction, PCCP, unreinforced, 0.23 meter thick. Next. Part D, structural concrete, Class B, 28 days. Structural concrete, Class A, 28 days, 4,000 PSI. Reinforcing steel, grade 40. Reinforcing steel, grade 60. Formwork and false work. Part E, CHB non-load bearing, 100 mm. Cement plastering finish. Painting works, masonry concrete, waterproofing. Metal structure, Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced 14 days, 0.23 meter thick. Part G, bulbs and pipe fittings. Part K, PVC polyethylene chloride transport transmission pipe. And lastly, bulbs. So this is the validation sheet. Next. So this is the location map. So as you can see, it covers whole Barangay Mesaoy, beginning from boundary of Kwambugan and Mesaoy, and all the way to the end of boundary of Mesaoy and Del Pilar. And there's a crossing from National High School of Mesaoy and junction to Purok Ising. The next, so this is the typical drawing for the pipeline traversing PCCP. So this is the details. Next. And also detailed plan for pipeline crossing bridge. Next. And for the construction of elevated tank, so there are two elevated tank to be constructed. First is the 40 cubic located at the barangay site. So, and next is the 20 cubic. So this is the geotag photos of the site. Next, geotag photos. So next, this is the MOA of from our office in the water district. So next, MOA between DPWH and Tagum City Water District, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Next, sir. Next. Next. So Annex C and B. This is the letter that we provide for to secure the proof of ownership. So muna itong ipadagan ng mga letter, sir, sa mga barangay. So this is for kuan, sir, gipadagan pa siya, sir. Wala pa siya na-receive. Last Monday pa niyata na paano, sir, ang receive. So wala pa namo nabalik ang receive. Sa records pa lang ni siya, sir. Wala lang nako to na secure pa ang katong receive mismo sa barangay, sir, as per Sir John D. Na-receive na daw to. So kani sir gina kuan pag receive ni follow up na mo pud then na, murag si Ma'am Jessa yata to nagdalaan ni sir katong neto siya og Corella. Yes sir, follow up pa namo sir. Sige. So kay Ma'am Lori sir murag naisa na magunig kuan sir sa building. So para maisa lang ang contact. Yes sir, bossing napasaya sir. Wala lang ako na asaya ang katong receive copy dun sa barangay. Ang kuan ani sir, ang nagpadagan ani na letter sila Sir John D sir sa kuan. Day. Actually sir kaning receive kay gikan ni sa katong front desk namo. Giaswon ako siya sa katong receive sa barangay, wala pa daw sa yaha sir. Katong sa front desk namo, katong naga-keep gid ani nga kuan sir. Mga letter. Dili sir. Ang planning ang mo hatod sa barangay sir. So, next. So, we able to secure the tax declaration for the barangay site. So, mo ni ang gihatag ni Kapitan. So that's all, sir. Katong proof of ownership.
Wala na, Mr. Chair.
Clerk, follow through lang sa receive. Follow through sa receive copy ato.
Sige, sir.
Okay, that's all for the 5 projects for pre-bid. Okay, proceed to the requirements of bidding documents.
So good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning to all our bidders. So the requirements of bidding documents, including invitation to bid, instruction to bidders, bid data sheet, general conditions of contract, special conditions of contract, specification, drawings, bill of quantities, and Philippine bidding documents related forms. The bidding documents were posted in the DPWH website and PhilJeps. Amendments in the provision of the bidding documents shall be issued through a supplemental bid bulletin and will be posted in the bid bulletin and notices. Documents to be submitted by the bidder, technical and financial proposals. Bids must be duly received by the procuring entities back at Kilometer 48, Barangay Canucotan, Tagum City, Davao del Norte for manual submission, or at electronic_bids_Davao del Norte at dpwh.gov.ph for electronic submission. Bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. For electronic submission, prior to the deadline of submission of bids, the prospective bidder shall send an email attaching the copy of the official receipt of purchase of bidding documents in portable document file or PDF format. Only the electronic bids of bidders who have successfully submitted an electronic official receipt shall be accepted. Prospective bidders shall prepare their bids in 2 file folders in appropriate documents and file format, each for the technical and financial components. Only during the actual opening of bids shall the bidder disclose the passwords for his electronic bid. This can be done by the bidder's authorized representative verbally in person, through phone call, online platforms, or through writing. For joint venture, the format of pickup ID to be used by the bidder in naming their files shall be the pickup ID of the lead member. The step-by-step detailed procedure of electronic submission is stipulated in the bidding documents, Clause 22, and the Department Order 87 Series of 2020. Also included in the Department Order are the steps for the modification of an electronic bid, non-participation in the bidding, withdrawal of electronic bid and proper email subject, and the file name for each file to be submitted to designated email address. For the technical proposal, PhilJeps Certificate of Registration Platinum Membership in accordance with Section 20 of the IRR, pickup license and registration in case of joint venture. Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or the SLCC in accordance with ITB Clause 5-5. The single largest completed contract or SLCC shall be supported by an owner's certificate of final acceptance issued by the project engineer other than the contractor, or a final rating of at least satisfactory in the CPES, or a similar performance and monitoring system. In case of contracts with the private sector, an equivalent document shall be submitted. Net financial contracting capacity or NFCC computation in accordance with ITB Clause 5-6. Joint venture agreement if applicable, will require special pickup license and registration with percentage of the two contractors. The bid security in prescribed form, amount and validity period. The bidder at its option shall submit a bid security in the form of bidding securing declaration or any of the following. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cashier's check. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC bid security is in manager's check, and the amount of not less than 5% of ABC if surety bond. In case of extension of bid validity and bid security validity period, substitution of the bid security form is allowed. Bid securing declaration and the following forms may be used: cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a bank, surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security. Bid shall remain valid for the period specified in the BDS, which shall not exceed 120 calendar days from the date of the opening of bids. Should it become necessary to extend the validity of the bids and the bid securities beyond 120 calendar days, the procuring entity concerned shall request in writing all those who submitted bids for such extension before the expiration date therefore. Any discrepancy in the amount, even a centavo, means non-compliant. The project requirements, which shall include the following: organizational chart of the personnel to be deployed for the procurement project to be bid, list of contractors' personnel, example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen, to be assigned to the procurement project to be bid, with their complete qualifications and experience data. This personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set in the BDS. As per Department Order Series of 2012, Department Order Number 9, Series of 2012, if a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded a contract under bidding. The said certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. As per Department Order Number 252, Series of 2025, issued by the Department of Labor and Employment, revised implementing rules and regulation of Republic Act Number 11058, entitled An Act Strengthening Compliance with Occupational Safety and Health Standards and Providing Penalties for Violations thereof, under Section 10, Safety in the Use of Equipment, to quote, operators shall undergo appropriate training and certification from the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority or TESDA, the Professional Regulation Commission, or other relevant government agencies before using the equipment. The DOLE may recognize training provided by equipment manufacturers, suppliers, or international organization if it is not available locally. Accredited safety officer, requirements for approval of construction safety and health program required upon issuance of notice of award. In compliance with DOLE Department Order Number 252, Series of 2025, under Section 22, Occupational Safety and Health Standards for the Construction Industry. First aider with certificate of training issued by Philippine Red Cross or an organization authorized by the Secretary of Labor and Employment, requirements for the approval of construction safety and health program, required upon issuance of notice of award. In compliance with DOLE Department Order Number 252, Series of 2025, under Section 22, Occupational Safety and Health Standards for the Construction Industry. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be, which must meet the minimum requirements for the contract set in the BDS. As per Department Order 58 Series of 2012, all prospective bidders are mandated to state in their bid documents a complete technical description of their pledged equipment, whether owned or leased, such as but not limited to the engine number, year, model, chassis number, plate number, production capacity, and load capacity. In addition, the prospective bidders should also be required to state in their bid documents the particular place or site where the equipment are located as provided for under Department Order Number 9, Series of 2012. If any piece of equipment is not in the location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. Failure by prospective bidder to comply with the said requirements shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security. Certification of minimum laboratory equipment duly certified by any DPWH office as per Department Order 11, Series of 2017. Pursuant to Department Order Number 171, Series of 2025, Guidelines on the use of DPWH Performance Evaluation System for Constructors, Consultants, and Supplier. Department of Public Works and Highways recognizes the necessity of institutionalizing formal performance evaluation system for all types of procurement to ensure that past and ongoing performance records are consistently considered in critical stages of procurement and contract management. At the eligibility stage, pursuant to Section 54-4-2-5 of the IRR for infrastructure projects, bidders shall submit proof of satisfactory past performance, such as CPES rating of at least satisfactory or an owner's certificate of final acceptance or equivalent for private sector contracts. Bidders must ensure to the adherence to the Department Order 110, Series of 2024 for the implementation of ISO 9001, 2015 certification requirement for large A, medium B, medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. Hence, bidders must attach to the technical envelope their ISO 9001, 2015 certification. Failure to attach will be the disqualification of their bid. Also, in compliance with Section 17 of the Department of Labor and Employment, Department Order Number 13, the implementation of construction safety shall be considered in all stages of project procurement, design, estimate, and construction, and its cost shall be integrated to the overall project cost under pay item B-71 and B-72, Occupational Safety and Health, as a lump sum amount to be quantified in the detailed estimate. Pursuant to Department Order Number 169, Series of 2025, only accredited project engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects. The Omnibus Sworn Statement, in accordance with Section 54-3 of the IRR, 11 items, and to ensure compliance to memorandum dated February 24, 2026, with the subject clarification on the implementing of beneficial ownership information or BOI disclosure requirements under the memorandum dated November 19, 2025, in accordance with RA number 12009, which provides for the disclosure of beneficial ownership information for legal entities participating in government procurement. In this regard, and consistent with the intent of said provisions, The following implementation guidance is adopted. Number 1, considering that the current omnibus statement already incorporates sworn declarations relating to beneficial ownership disclosure, and in order to streamline documentary requirements and avoid duplication of sworn submission, the separate submission of the sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership, Annex A, shall no longer be required. In lieu thereof, disclosure of beneficial ownership shall be established through submission of the latest General Information Sheet or GIS, reflecting beneficial ownership information or BOI, duly filed with the stamp received by the Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC. This requirement shall be specified in the documents comprising the bid as mentioned in item number 4 hereof, and shall be submitted by the bidders in its bid. The requirement shall apply only to the entities enumerated under Section 82 of the IRR, namely, legal entities such as corporations, partnership, private sector organizations, foundations, and associations. For the financial proposal, financial bid form, bid prices, bill of quantities in accordance with ITB Clause 13-1. Failure to attach any requirement or any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient documents in the above-mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of the bid and will fall as non-compliant. All documents to be submitted must be current and updated. Otherwise, it will be rated as failed. Bidders shall enclose their technical documents in one sealed envelope marked technical component, and the financial component in another sealed envelope marked financial component, sealing them all in outer envelope marked bid, and bid's proposal must be in A4 size. Further, the authorized liaison officer will be the one to drop the bids. Bids submitted through courier will not be accepted. Bidders shall submit 2 original copies and 1 copy of certified true copies of the technical and financial components of the bid. The original copy of the bid shall be typed or written in ink and limited to 2 decimal places in amount and shall be signed by the bidder, its duly authorized representative. All envelopes shall contain the name of the contract to be bid in capital letters, bear the name and address of the bidder in capital letters, be addressed to the procuring entity's back in accordance with ITB Clause 18-1, bear the specific identification of this bidding process indicated in the ITB Clause 1-1, and bear a warning, do not open before the date and time for the opening of bids in accordance with ITB Clause 19. The bidders are also advised to be responsible on their bids submitted in accordance with the checklist, and their technical and financial proposal should have proper tabbing in words based on the order in the checklist, including proper sequencing of documents in chronological order. Further, bidders were advised not to recycle legal documents or documents attached in the previous submission of bids which have the signatures and countersigns of the back members. Late bids submitted will not be accepted. All forms as mentioned in ITB Clause 17-1 must be completed without any alterations to their format. No substitute form shall be accepted. Each and every page of the bid form, including the bill of quantities under Section 9 hereof, shall be signed by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. Failure to do so shall be a ground for the rejection of the bid. Any insertions, erasures, or overwriting shall be valid only if they are signed or initialed by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. Bidders with lowest bid during the opening of bid is not a guarantee to be awarded for the contract. All bid documents are subject to detailed bid evaluation and post-qualification prior to be declared as lowest calculated responsive bid and subsequently to be awarded for the contract. The bidders are given 3 days after the bidding to file for a motion for reconsideration.
Criteria and procedure for eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, deliberation, recommending award and award. After determining the names of the bidders that submitted bids for the contract at hand, the BAC, assisted by its BAC Secretariat, shall check if each bidder that submitted bids is eligible to bid for the contract being procured. This shall be done electronically using the DPWH CWA. The BAC Secretariat shall enter into the CWA the PCOB license number and name of the bidder. The CWA program will then electronically process and match the bidder's capability or eligibility data in the CWA. The computer program will automatically determine if the bidder meets the following eligibility requirements. The cost of the bidder's SLCC is at least 50% of the ABC of the project to be procured, and the bidder's NFCC is at least equal to ABC of the project to be procured. The program will also automatically generate the results of the eligibility check. The reasons for ineligibility will also be automatically shown in the notices of ineligibility. Bidding will be conducted through competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the IRR, otherwise known as the new Government Procurement Act (NGPA). This office reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award a contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 70 of RA number 12009 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. The procuring entity will undertake the detailed evaluation and comparison of the bids which have passed the opening of and preliminary examination of bids pursuant to ITB Clause 22 to determine the lowest calculated bid. Lowest calculated responsive bidder is the award criterion. The same will be applied to detailed checking, evaluation of the technical proposal. Then, the bidder rated as the lowest calculated bid will undergo post-qualification. Once post-qualified, the bidder will be determined as lowest calculated responsive bid and subsequently to be awarded for the contract. All bidders found to have conflicting interest shall be disqualified to participate in the procurement at hand, without prejudice to the imposition of appropriate and administrative, civil, and criminal sanctions. All prospective bidders shall be required to submit a sworn disclosure of relations and beneficial ownership, clearly identifying the natural persons who ultimately own, control, or benefit from the bidding entity, whether directly or indirectly through shareholding, voting rights, contractual agreements, or other means of control. Failure to comply shall be a ground for the automatic disqualification of the bid in consonance with Section 59 of the IRR. For the post-qualification, the bidders were advised to read Department Order No. 127, Series of 2018, and other issuances relative to this matter, since the BAC will be very keen and strict on the conduct of post-qualification process. As per the said DO, the contractor will not be awarded with a certain project if it has a negative slippage of at least 15% in a single contract or at least 10% in two or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contracts within 7 days and to complete them within 30 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies, or failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificate of acceptance within 30 days and to complete the works within 90 days after the receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures, or substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specifications, or unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligation as per contract terms and conditions at the time of expansion or liquidated damages currently imposed on the contractor. During post-qualification, even though the contractor is the lowest bidder, still it is subject for further verification to ensure the compliance of the requirements of the contract. With that, we will be sending you a letter being the lowest calculated responsive bid. Moreover, the qualification and experience of the key technical personnel is subject for verification as part of post-qualification process as per DO 127 series of 2018. The BAC, with the assistance of the equipment verification team, will be strict on the compliance of the equipment as part of post-qualification as per DO number 127 series of 2018. The equipment verification team will conduct an inspection on the verification of the equipment pledged by the contractor.
Mr. Chair, we would like to remind our bidders for the common reasons for a bidder's failure. Number one, failure to follow the posted supplemental bulletin on PhilJEP's and DPWH website. A contractor may fail in the bidding process if he or she does not strictly comply with the requirements, revisions, or clarifications stated in the supplemental bulletin posted on the PhilJEP's and DPWH website. Also, there is an incorrect pay item, description, unit, or quantity in the bill of quantities. Errors in the bill of quantities, such as incorrect pay items, description, units of measurement, or quantities may result in disqualification during the evaluation of bids. There is inconsistencies in the equipment pledge and supporting documents. The contractor may be disqualified if the equipment listed in the equipment pledge does not match the attached supporting documents such as official receipt, certificate of registration, proof of ownership, or lease agreement. All details, equipment type, plate number, capacity, and ownership information must be consistent and properly documented. The non-compliance with SLCC supporting documents requirements, this is under section 52-4-2-5, as required under such section or provision, the single largest completed contract must be supported by any of the following: an owner's certificate of final acceptance issued by the proper owner other than the contractor, a final rating of at least satisfactory under the constructor's performance evaluation system or CPES, or a similar performance evaluation or monitoring document. For contracts with the private sector, an equivalent supporting document must be submitted. Failure to provide the required documentation may result in disqualification. Alteration or substitution of prescribed bidding forms. Section 9, the Philippine Bidding Documents Related Forms, ITB Clause 17-1. Pursuant to Section 9 of the Philippine Bidding Documents Related Forms, the forms required under ITB Clause 17-1 must be completed strictly in accordance with their prescribed format. No alterations, modifications, or substitutions of the official forms shall be accepted. Any deviation from the required format may lead to the rejection of the bid. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you for question and comments from the bidders.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. There are 16 views, 3 concurrent viewers. There is no comment, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. And for the other matters?
For the other matters, our department issued the memorandum and department orders for information and guidance for our prospective bidders. Number 1, interim guidelines upon lifting of suspension on procurement activities for locally funded civil works projects as referred into DPWH Memorandum dated September 16, 2025. And under this memorandum, live streaming of bidding activities, see Section 38.2 of the IRR of RA 12009. And the geo-tagging of project sites, DO 85 series of 2020. Preparation of a straight line diagram under DO 246 series of 2024. Net financial contracting capacities, see Section 52.4.1.4 of the IRR of RA 12009. And number 2, bidders' responsibilities in the Philippine Bidding Documents procurement of infrastructure projects. Department Order number 3, Department Order number 28, Series of 2024, dated February 26, 2024, subject 3 strike policy of infrastructure, goods, and consulting services contracts. Number 4, occupational safety and health program in the instruction to bidders. Number 5, Department Order number 241, Series of 2024, the subject guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system of construction safety and health program for DPWH infrastructure projects. Number 6, Department Order number 171, Series of 2025, dated August 30, 2025, subject guidelines on the use of DPWH performance evaluation systems for constructors, consultants, and suppliers. And last, number 7, directive to require submission of general information sheet reflecting beneficial information, the memorandum dated February 24, 2026, clarification on the implementation of beneficial ownership disclosure requirements under the memorandum dated November 19, 2025. And also, we have to remind our prospective bidders that their bid documents must follow the completeness and sufficiency of the bid. The discounts offered should be clearly and legibly written with signatures so that the BAC will be able to read it during the opening of bids. Also reminded, they are not allowed to follow up their bids during evaluation period until the issuance of the notice of award, unless the BAC in writing request for a clarification of its bids. The no contract rule policy will be strictly observed. Whatever submitted during the drafting of bids will be evaluated. Submission of lacking or another document is not allowed. If there are any changes in the basic contract data of these projects, kindly closely check and monitor the DPWH and PhilJEP's websites for information and guidance regarding bid bulletin, and also if there are amendments to the bidding documents of these projects and all other notices, example, postponement or re-advertisement. The opening of bids will be on April 7, 2026 at 10 a.m. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. And last for the summary of the proceedings.
In summary, there are no changes in the basic contract data of the projects presented.
Okay. Timelines, wala? Okay na. Okay, that's all for the pre-bid conference for 5 civil works projects. And may we ask from our chairman if I will be still the presider for the opening of bids for goods. Okay, thank you, sir. So we are now still in quorum, so let's continue on the opening of bids for goods. We have 5 RFQ. Number 1 is the RFQ number 2025-12-0077. Category 1241X, purchase and delivery of materials for the fabrication of signages during bridge closures within the first legislative district of Davao del Norte. And number 2 is the RFQ number 2025-12-0078, category 1871X, purchase and delivery of reflectorized paints for use to enhance visibility and road safety along Tagum Panabo Circumferential Road, kilometer 1457 plus 913 to kilometer 1460 plus 00 Davao del Norte. And number 3 is the RFQ number 2025-12-0079, category 1071X, supply and delivery of asphalt premix materials, plant mix for maintenance of roads along Tagum Panabo Circumferential Road, kilometer 1457 plus minus 913 to 1464 plus 00, both lanes, Davao del Norte. And number 4 is the 2025-12-0080, category 18, 41X, purchase of materials for use in cleaning of obstruction to improve sight distance on national roads within the first legislative district of Davao del Norte. And last is the 2025-12-0081, category 16, 71X, purchase and delivery of materials for the use in fabrication of drainage markers and repair of minor damaged drainage structures along national roads within the first legislative district of Davao del Norte. So may I request the BACSEC and the BAC members to open the bidding box for preliminary examination of submitted documents. Okay, this opening and preliminary examination of bids, checking presence or absence of submitted documents against the checklist using the pass and fail criterion. Proceed with the opening of the first envelope containing the eligibility of the technical proposal.
For RFQ number 2025-12-0077, we have a lone bidder, Kylie Ken Construction and Supply.
We proceed.
For the Kylie Ken Construction and Supply, for the technical documents, PhilJEP's Platinum membership.
PhilJEP's Platinum, present.
Omnibus sworn statement in the form prescribed by DPPB 11 items.
Present.
For the legal documents, DTI business name registration or SEC registration certificate or CDA for cooperatives.
DTI present.
Valid and current mayor's permit or municipal license.
Mayor's permit present.
Tax clearance per Executive Order Number 398 Series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the BIR.
Present.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chair, Kylie Ken Construction and Supply submitted their eligibility and technical components for the RFQ number 2025-12-0077.
The preliminary evaluation of the eligibility of the technical proposal of Kylie Ken Construction Supply, rated pass. Please proceed with the reading of its offered bid price.
For Kylie Ken Construction Supply, the offered bid price in words, 127,038 pesos and 45 centavos. Again, 127,038 pesos and 45 centavos. And it's below the ABC.
Okay, for 2025-12-0077, loan bidder, Kylie Ken Construction and Kylie Ken Construction Supply, offered a bid amount of 127,000 and 38 pesos and 45 centavos. It is below ABC. So next RFQ, please.
RFQ number 2025-12-0078. We have a loan bidder, FZI Construction Parts and Supply.
Proceed.
Let's now check the eligibility and technical documents for FZI Construction Parts and Supply. For the technical documents, PhilGIPS Platinum Membership.
Present.
Omnibus sworn statement in the form prescribed by GPPB, 11 items.
Present.
DTI business name registration, RSEC registration certificate, RCDA for cooperatives.
Present.
Valid and current mayor's permit or municipal license.
Present.
Tax clearance per Executive Order Number 398 Series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the BIR.
Present.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Chair, FZI Construction Parts and Supply submitted their eligibility and technical components for the RFQ number 2025-12-0078.
The preliminary evaluation of the technical components of FCI Construction Parts and Supply, rated pass. Please proceed with the reading of its offered bid price.
Yes, Mr. Chair. For PR number 2025-12-0078, the offered bid amount in words is 407,527 pesos and 50 cents only. In figures, 407,
527.50. That is below the ABC amount, Mr. Chair.
Okay. For 2025-12-0078, FCI Construction Parts and Supply offered a bid amount of 407,527 pesos and 50 centavos. It is below ABC. Okay, next RFQ, please.
RFQ number 2025-12-0079. We have a lone bidder, Constella Construction Supply.
Okay, proceed.
Let's now check the eligibility and technical documents for the Constella Construction Supply. PhilJeff's Platinum Membership.
Jeeps Platinum present.
Omnibus sworn statement and the form prescribed by GPPB, 11 items.
Present.
DTI, business name, registration, or SEC registration certificate, or CDA for cooperatives.
Present.
Valid and current mayor's permit or municipal license.
Present.
Tax clearance per Executive Order Number 398 Series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the BIR.
Tax clearance present.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chair, Constella Construction Supply submitted the eligibility and technical components for the RFQ number 2025-12-0079.
Okay, the preliminary evaluation of the eligibility of the technical proposal of Constella Construction Supply. Rated pass. Please proceed with the reading of its offered bid price.
Okay. Constella Construction Supply with RFQ number 2025-12-0079. The offered bid price in words, 809,508 pesos only. Again, 809,508 pesos. And it's below the ABC, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. For 2025-12-0079, loan bidder Constella Construction Supply offered a bid amount of 809,508 pesos only. Again, 809,508 pesos only. It is below ABC. Okay, next RFQ, please.
RFQ number 2025-12-0080. We have a lone bidder, M&B Zeningisa Gasoline Station.
Please proceed.
Let's now check the M&B Zenesa Gasoline Station for the eligibility and technical documents. For the technical documents, PhilJeff's Platinum Membership.
Present.
Omnibus sworn statement and the form prescribed by GPPB, 11 items.
Present.
For the legal documents, the TI business name, registration, RSEC registration certificate, or CDA for cooperatives.
Present.
Valid and current mayor's permit or municipal license.
Present.
Tax clearance per Executive Order Number 398 Series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the BIR.
Present.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Chair, M&B Zenesa Gasoline Station submitted their eligibility and technical components for the RFQ number 2025-12-0080.
Okay, the preliminary evaluation of the eligibility of the technical proposal of M&B Sinisa Gasoline Station, rated pass. Please proceed with the reading of its offered bid price.
Yes, Mr. Chair. For PR number 2025-12-0080, the total bid amount in words is 100,610 pesos only. In figure, that's 100,610.00 below the ABC amount, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. For 2025-12-0080, loan bidder, M&B Sinisa Gasoline Station, offered a bid amount of 100,610 pesos. Again, 100,610 pesos. And it is below ABC. Okay, for the last, okay, proceed to the next RFQ.
Last number, RFQ number 2025-12-0081. We have a loan bidder, Andres Construction.
Sobra printa rin. Kaya ko balik-balik man. Pwede ko ba?
Okay, proceed.
Let's now check the eligibility and technical documents for Andres Construction. For the technical documents, PhilGIP's Platinum membership.
Present.
Omnibus sworn statement and the form prescribed by GPPB, 11 items.
Present.
DTI, business name, registration, or SEC registration certificate, or CDA for cooperatives.
DTI, present.
Valid and current mayor's permit or municipal license.
Mayor's permit, present.
Tax clearance per Executive Order Number 398 Series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the BIR.
Present.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chair, Andres Construction submitted the eligibility and technical components for the RFQ number 2025-12-0081.
Okay, the preliminary evaluation of the eligibility of the technical proposal of Andres Construction, rated pass. Please proceed with the reading of its offered bid price.
Yes, Mr. Chair. For loan bidder, Andres Construction, the offered bid price in words, 792,433 pesos and 75 centavos only. Again, 792,433 pesos and 75 centavos. And it's below the ABC.
Okay, thank you. For 2025-12-0081, Andres Construction offered a bid amount of 792,433 pesos and 75 centavos. Again, 792,433 pesos and 75 centavos. It is below ABC. So that's all for the 5 RFQs scheduled for opening today. Baksec, any timelines or information regarding in this procurement activity?
For the timelines, Mr. Chair, the bid evaluation will be on March 24 and post-qualification will be on March 25. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Are there any matters for discussion? Okay, hearing none, any move for adjournment?
I move for the adjournment of this proceeding.
I seconded.
Okay, the adjournment has been, the has been moved and duly seconded. Therefore, this proceeding is now adjourned.